beautiful friends. It's Amanda here, and today I'm sharing some of my non-filming day off camera, I guess, until I turned the camera on. Today was an off-camera makeup day. Basically, this is why I'm doing a voiceover, because I was getting ready to take my kid to do some of his activities for the day, and often on my more family focused days and less work and filming focused days, I still am wearing makeup a lot of the time, and often I dedicate those days to wearing and testing things that I'm reviewing for the month. That way I can just get more perspective on how they wear over time, different combinations, how they react to different weather situations, and all of that good stuff. Plus, on days like this, I'm usually doing more of a quick and easy type of makeup look. I'm often not trying to do something that's very technically advanced, very aesthetically, artistically driven, but just more putting on some makeup that I enjoy and doing some behind the scenes review type of research. I don't know if that makes sense. Basically, I don't do as much of an elaborate look for an off camera day. When I'm filming, I try to make it exciting. I'm also trying to use as many different types of color combinations that I can throughout the year, and I'm trying to utilize a lot of the eyeshadows in a palette for a palette review, for example. But on a more family / non-work day, I'm usually just putting on some makeup for my own personal enjoyment, just because I like it, and an added bonus of I'm getting some more wears in to solidify my thoughts for reviews. To sum it all up, I'm much more likely to be a basic B on a day like this. Although sometimes I will be a basic B on camera, and sometimes I will be extra and elaborate and extravagant on an off camera day just because I want to. But on this particular day, I was kind of in a rush because I was very, very cutting it close to being late for this kid activity that I had to go to. So I definitely breezed through this entire makeup application in about 15 minutes or less, for sure. Because I really want you to see the actual application, I'm trying to limit the amount of text that I put on the screen. So I'm going to list shade names, and I'll try to list brushes too down in the description box. That way you can get some more information about which exact shades I'm using and what tools I'm using. Hopefully that's helpful as well. I also want to mention that Glossier Stretch Concealer. I haven't done any formal review or anything for that product on my channel at all. I just picked it up on a whim because I heard a few people talking about it online and I was curious. I was already placing a Glossier order to pick up a cookie butter lip balm, and also to pick up a boy brow because this NYX brow glue that I have is about to kick the bucket, and I think I'm gonna go back to my boy brow for a little while. I don't know, maybe I'll rotate between the brow glue and boy brow. So I decided to pick up the stretch concealer and the skin tint, like the little squeezy tube. It reminds me of those puff paints that were really popular in like the late 80s, early 90s. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, probably not. And I'm really enjoying both of those products, but I have to say the stretch concealer has been one that I've gravitated towards more. Even though I am a big skin tint girly personally, the stretch concealer is just such a good all-around product, and it works really, really well with the About Face, the Performer foundation, which has been my go-to all month long. And speaking of go-tos, this little cheek combo is one that I cannot put down. I try to rotate my cheek products on a semi-regular basis. I definitely have my favorites that I go back to time and time again, and I don't really have any sort of system other than just kind of combing through every month or so and pulling out some things that entice me, grab my attention, and I just haven't used in a minute. If you watch my monthly favorites videos, then you already know this about me, but I try to keep a steady balance between trying new things that are releasing, that I'm reviewing, and also rediscovering things from my existing collection. I don't have a good system for this. I'm sure there are a lot of people that do have a really good system, but I just kind of go on vibes and grab whatever snags my attention from the drawer. Sometimes it's just, what can I reach? What is convenient? And other times I'm looking for something specifically to give me a certain finish or a certain shade. I definitely went for this more pinky cheek combo because all of the spring releases are coming out. The palettes and the lip colors are definitely begging for this fresh and springy pinky type of cheek look, especially paired with this Performer foundation, which is a little bit more glowy and hydrated, fresh, clean skin type of look. I think this springy pink, lightly shimmery, but definitely very natural type of cheek combo has just been working really well for me. And I wanted to give the Nomad Ireland Wild Atlantic Way palette some love off camera. I am preparing a dedicated more looks video with this palette because I did recently review it. And I did a very spring green type of look in my review video. I have an all blue look planned. And I also want to do another more sultry, deeper green look. But for today, I just slapped on a couple of the neutrals. I knew that I would be able to get a really nice looking, easy breezy, all neutral look out of this palette. So I wanted to give it a shot, especially for the day I was getting ready for. Like I said, I cut it a little bit close timing wise. So I needed to do something that wasn't going to require a whole lot of work and a whole lot of thought and planning as far as color placement and color combinations. And neutrals are the way to go when I am in that type of situation. So I just took this little warm brown matte shade, put it all over the crease, blended it out with this kind of yellowy tan color to soften it up and just tone down those more orangey undertones in the previous shade that I used. And this lighter shade was also a nice, easy way to blend and soften the edges without getting too dark and too out of control placement wise. Then I just packed on a little bit of that original shade. It looks darker now in comparison to the crease area since that one got layered over with the lighter shade. So this is adding a little bit of contoured look to the outer part of the eye, and then whatever was left over on my brush, I just dragged that onto my lower lash line to bring a little bit of color balance to the lower lash line as well. There's not a deeper neutral shade in the palette, and I knew that I didn't want to go adding greens or blues or anything like that because then I was going to feel the need to layer and blend and perfect forever. So I just kept it really, really simple with these more neutral shades. You could also do a cool toned neutral look with the gray and then the silvery metallic shade. That would be a beautiful two shadow look. But I knew that based on the outfit I was wearing, I wanted to go with some more of the warmer tones. I have this t-shirt that I am obsessed with. That's like a spicy, mustardy brown color. And I love wearing warm toned eyeshadow with this particular t-shirt. And when I don't know what to wear, I just throw on this jeans, t-shirt, and sweater outfit and call it a day. Thankfully, I live in a very casual place, so even when I'm wearing an outfit like that, I sometimes can look overdressed, believe it or not. But if you live in a more rural setting, then you know exactly what I mean. So this eyeshadow ended up just being the perfect complement, and bonus, it was very, very quick and easy to apply. You just saw it not sped up. It only took me a few minutes to do everything. Then I just curled my lashes, added a little bit of mascara, and that was it. That was my finished look. Everything was completely done in under 15 minutes. And it held up great throughout the day. I felt comfortable and pulled together, and I didn't have to spend a whole lot of time getting there. So I absolutely love that. I hope that you enjoyed this quick little glance into my everyday makeup. I would love to hear what you wear on a daily basis. What does your easy breezy makeup routine look like? I always love to hear what you think about things too. So make sure you leave all your thoughts down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Love your face. Bye.